Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special episode of Prinsights Global, live from the Rick Roll Symposium 2025 in Boca Raton. I am here with Kerry Stevenson. She is the founder of Gold Events Conferences in Australia, which she will tell you more about. They are the who's who of gold miners from across the world that participate, and also the podcast director of the very wildly successful Making Money Matters podcast. We'll have links to that as well on this. Kerry, you are emceeing as well.
Bit
the World
busy girl.
Conference. You just buzz around. How are you considering how this conference has gone this year, the World Symposium?
I actually mentioned this to someone just recently. First of all, congratulations to you. You knocked it out of the park. There was a speech that Naomi did yesterday, 45 minutes, and it was just so, not mesmerizing, that's the wrong word. I just love the information that you share, so thank you for that. It was great. There's more people here. I believe there's more of a buzz. It feels like there's more of a buzz here this year. And what I said to someone recently was, oh my God, the agenda is so good, so many fantastic speakers that you don't have time to do it. It's busy, and, Rick makes us all start at 7 o'clock in the morning and we don't finish till late at night, but it's great because you're meeting fabulous people.
Yeah, and of course the other side of the buzz is how well gold and silver have done since this time last year. They're both up 43, 45% year to date, 22, 25%. And that's contributing to the buzz. And you're seeing that throughout the world as you do these conferences.
Do you know, it's interesting. I think there is a little bit of a buzz about it, but the general population still don't believe in the narrative.
Outside of the conference.
Outside of the Church of the Converted,
right?
There is no full understanding of the fact that, what have we got? We've got people, they just don't believe it. They don't believe that fiat currency, which as you and I both know, is money, people think of as money. Now, I did a talk recently called Sound Money in an Unsound World. Mm-hmm. Now, sound money is gold, predominantly, and to a certain extent silver. But the fact that people still have trust in fiat currency astounds me because the devaluation of it is so fast. So to your question, even though the currencies have been devalued by 43% compared to this time last year, there is still, in my opinion, the retail stampede is yet to begin. So the gold bull market, if you like, is only just getting started.
Yeah. So what do you think will need to happen for the retail investors that are out there? Gold has outperformed NVIDIA this year. What does it take to really consider that allocation if people haven't already done it? And they missed it, or where are we going?
Okay, I don't believe they've missed it. Most people come to me and say, but gold is so expensive and it's had its run. So the first answer to that is, gold is so expensive against what? They can't answer me. And then I say, actually, it's quite cheap in a way because you're going to need a lot more dollars or pounds or euros or whatever it is that that you currently have. There's going to be a lot more of those that you need to buy that same 1 ounce of gold. So I do turn around to people and I say, if you're not ready to get started now, when? But, you do you, boo. It's up to you, Right. You want to stay in the system and have less and less and less money, then that's up to you.
Right. And what are you seeing? You've had these conferences as well in Australia. They're very successful. I know everyone wants to attend your conferences because you're so connected to the mining community as well as the gold investor community. What are you hearing from on the ground? You've got a major one coming up in a few months.
Yep. So I started the specifically about gold 15 years ago. Uh-huh. So about 15 years ago we started. That was back when the Australian dollar was on parity with the US dollar. It was when there was a little bit of excitement around gold. Mm-hmm. Then we went through that bit of a pullback with precious metals. No one was interested. What am I seeing now is there is starting to be a little bit more of interest in gold. It's starting to widen a little bit. but it's still not there yet.
Right.
The interesting thing is, in terms of companies listed on the ASX, there are so many of them. So I'm becoming a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, picky about who can get onto the agenda, because our agendas are all about educating people. So it's not just, here's a mining company, talk for 15 minutes, next. At our conferences, what we want to do, because I think this is part of the role that we need to play, Naomi. The education of people about what are precious metals. Because the industry, especially the bullion industry, they don't do themselves any favours, because you go onto a website to buy an ounce of gold. A confused mind doesn't buy. And they look at these websites and they go, what do I do? Is it a bar? Is it a coin? Is it a 1 ounce? Is it 10 ounces? Is it a quarter? And then they say, too hard, too sad. Going away.
Right. I'll go to E-Trade and buy a share.
Yeah,
right.
That's exactly right, because they understand that,
right,
even though that's the wrong thing. So I think as an industry, we need to continue to be better educators, because it's clear to me that governments around the world are not going to stop printing. Yeah. You agree with me on that, don't you?
Absolutely. And debt's only going to skyrocket, which is going to erode the purchasing power of fiat currency and actually increase, therefore, the value of hard assets like gold.
Exactly. And property. So I've now come up with this saying, which says, save in gold, buy property. Mm-hmm. But keep saving in gold. And, once you've got some allocation to property, make sure you've got gold and silver, like silver too.
Make sure you've got gold and silver. Kerry, you are at the pulse of what's happening around the world in this market with miners, with investors. So I thank you so much for coming here and sharing your wisdom with us.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Naomi, and say thank you so much for having me on your channel.
Thank you. And everyone will have links up for how you can follow what Kerry Stevenson is talking about and who she is talking to. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Prinsights Global.